so much for joining us today. I'm pleased to be joined by UBIX and Tony Levy. We're going to be talking about advanced analytics for the intelligence business. Today we're focusing on SAP Business One and SAP ByDesign. UBIX is a data science platform designed to allow business users and subject matter experts to solve complex analytics problems without relying on data scientists. UBIX manages the complete AI lifecycle by automating and scaling all the key tasks across the end-to-end data analytics pipeline. And it helps those SAP Business One and ByDesign users of all skill levels to contribute to the development of AI applications at scale. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Tony. My name is Adrienne Montgomery. I'm with ERP VAR. And we really appreciate you, Tony, for joining us today and all the audience members to talk about UBIX. So I'm going to go ahead and let you get started.
Hey, thank you, Adrienne, and welcome to all of you, our viewers. As Adrienne said, my name is Tony Levy. I'm the product lead at UBIX. And on behalf of UBIX, let me just say that we're thrilled and excited to be here today in partnership with ERP VAR to describe how you can add new capabilities to your SAP Business One and ByDesign infrastructure in order to unlock business value in these uncertain times. Think of UBIX as an advanced analytics and data science platform. It's designed to help business users and domain experts such as business analysts, financial analysts, demand planners, inventory analysts, and production planners solve analytic challenges that were never possible before. And to do this fast, reliably, and affordably. This is the next big wave in unlocking business value for mid-market companies in all industries and all geographies. So why is this important? Why now, and why UBIX? The short answer is unprecedented volatility, uncertainty, and risk. In a world where demand for products is uncertain, supply is at risk, and input commodity prices are highly volatile, every company needs new analytic tools and disciplines to anticipate and shape business outcomes more effectively. Now, traditional ERP and reporting tools alone cannot address the analytic opportunities that exist from the front office to the back office, from customer analytics and demand planning to production and procurement. UBIX extends SAP to empower business users to address these high-value analytic challenges with data science and advanced analytics. And we offer compelling pre-built analytic solutions from our solution library across a range of use cases to help you get started quickly, reliably, and affordably. Now, modern business systems like SAP ByDesign and Business One are already providing flexible, on-demand digitization of core business operations, driving so-called digital transformation. With the advent of data science and advanced analytics, organizations can now analyze unprecedented volumes of data from disparate sources faster, continuously, and cost-effectively to drive new insights throughout the enterprise. We call this the era of the intelligent business, where intelligent processes and applications tap into both internal and external data to generate new insights and foresight that drive intelligent action for greater business impact. Now, UBIX helps you create this intelligent business by transforming the way you measure, you monitor, and analyze operational and financial data to drive timely, more effective decision-making. UBIX helps you shift from the left side of the slide to the right side, from an over-reliance on human intuition by itself in making decisions to deriving new insights automatically from data to augment human judgment. For example, if today you create demand forecasts using human judgment alone, then with UBIX you can enable advanced algorithms to create a more accurate baseline forecast based on historical data and external drivers such as weather or consumer price indices. Not only are the machine-generated forecasts more accurate, but when done well, they can remove bias that is often found in human judgment. You reconcile human judgment with machine-generated forecasts, make adjustments, and submit the final forecast to the plan of record. UBIX helps you shift from an over-reliance on manual spreadsheets and traditional reporting tools to leverage modern cloud analytics and automation that includes proven algorithms that operate on more granular data, for example, down at the item level, as well as external data to create new insights and inferences and predictions that were not possible before. With UBIX, you shift from an over-reliance solely on historical internal data in making decisions to augmenting historical data with causal drivers, which are oftentimes external. On the demand side, that might be weather. On the procurement side, that might be input commodity price indices to create new insights that drive business impact. UBIX is an advanced analytics platform. It manages the end-to-end data science lifecycle and bridges the gap between business users and data scientists. With other data science platforms, they focus on Python developers and data scientists. UBIX, on the other hand, focuses on domain experts such as business analysts, financial analysts, demand planners, and more. We believe that until the domain expert is brought into the analytics process early, data science will not become abundant, reliable, and cost-effective. With UBIX, companies can leverage existing SAP ByDesign and Business One and IT infrastructure, combine both internal ERP and external data to generate new insights. Specifically, our platform ingests and assembles these data. We enable business users to build analytic solutions to put into production. These solutions then create new inferences and predictions and pass these to the appropriate end user applications. This way, data science-enabled processes and applications can be built quickly and cost-effectively to deliver timely, reliable foresight and drive intelligent action. In effect, we're helping you become smarter without having to hire expensive to find and expensive to retain talent. UBIX is a general-purpose data science platform. We address any number of data types and use cases from the front office to the back office, and here we list just a few examples. Web analytics is about analyzing data from a company's e-commerce website, such as transactions, navigation, interaction with various website widgets, and creating analytic models from these that predict the next best action for the user. Perhaps it's a complementary product to purchase along with the intended product. Perhaps that action is a price promotion. The most common goal here is to increase share of wallet and reduce customer churn. Accounts receivable collection analytics enables a company to model customer attributes such as firmographics and payment history to infer the likelihood that a customer who has missed a past due invoice will pay in the next period. By segmenting customers, the AR team can then optimize resources to improve collections and reduce collection costs. For example, segment C is a group of customer cohorts that's very unlikely to pay. These can be sold to an outside collection agency. Segment B are may pay, these are sent a phone call, and segment A are very likely to pay, and these are sent an email. Demand forecasting is the most basic of use cases for the majority of hard goods companies, whether a manufacturer or distributor or retailer. By analyzing order history as well as external factors, one can create a more reliable demand forecast by time period, by SKU, by channel. Imagine what a 30% improvement in forecast accuracy can do for a company in terms of reducing working capital requirements and safety stock levels. Commodity procurement analytics is about using internal procurement data combined with external commodity index data to create a more reliable commodity price forecast. And when combined with demand, then the ability to make better procurement recommendations. A 3 to 5% procurement savings drops right down to the bottom line. Connected field service is about monitoring sensor data from products used by customers, such as appliances or heating and ventilation equipment, to detect anomalies and predict failures. This leads to improved spare parts planning and field service scheduling in order to reduce the cost of field service and increase top-line growth for field service revenues. These are just a few examples of how data science and advanced analytics can help SAP Business One and ByDesign customers unlock business value. Let me share with you a customer case study. This is a meat processor based in the Midwest. They convert beef and pork and turkey proteins into various packaged products for sale into two markets. The first market segment is the restaurant market, which has experienced significant decline during the pandemic. The second market is specialty food retail and distribution market, which has seen significant growth. A new CFO joined the company 3 years ago to drive digital transformation. He replaced our legacy ERP and then started to build out an analytic foundation using Snowflake as a data lake and Microsoft Power BI as the analytic workbench. This is when we met the CFO. He told us that their number one business challenge is how to cope with input commodity price volatility. His company's caught in the middle. On the one hand, they buy proteins on the open market, and on the other hand, large retailers are putting pressure on price. He wants to use analytics to help his procurement team make better buy decisions. And he recognized that his existing analytic foundation was missing a critical component, namely a data science platform to combine both internal procurement data with external third-party commodity index data to create models that forecast commodity prices going forward. The output of UBIX feeds both the ERP reporting module and the reporting layer as part of their analytic workbench. These are two use cases. There are two use cases with this customer. The first use case creates a more reliable commodity price forecast using third-party data and historical internal procurement data. The second use case is the demand forecast. It creates a more reliable demand forecast. And with quantity from the demand forecast and price from the price forecast, we can then make a more reliable procurement or quantity times price recommendation. And as you can see, the business value is significant. A 3-cent savings per pound in procurement price is worth $1 million in annual procurement savings. This drops right down to the bottom line. The point is that the ROI in advanced analytics is substantial. That case study underscores the reason that data science and advanced analytics is so important, particularly in these turbulent times, where volatility, uncertainty, and risk are increasing. Advanced analytics can unlock significant business value across a range of business challenges. Now, at the heart of our strategy to deliver value quickly and affordably to mid-market organizations is our solution library. Through our own efforts and those of our partners, we have access to hundreds of analytic solutions in a range of industries, from retail and industrials to energy, financial services, and other services. Many of these are built and have been in production for over 20 years. If one of your use cases already is addressed by one of our models, then the implementation effort is low and the time to value is fast. This library of solutions allows you to accelerate your own analytics journey and receive value at every step. This journey becomes a self-funding initiative portfolio where one use case generates enough savings and revenue uplift to fund the next use case. For example, you can start by addressing demand planning, create a more reliable demand plan. Then global capacity planning to determine how to fulfill that demand. Then create more reliable, feasible production schedules in the factory. And then address safety stock levels in the warehouse. Then optimize logistics and the total supply network. You can tackle procurement, as we discussed in the case example earlier, and then even predictive maintenance of equipment at customer locations. The point is that the opportunity to unlock business value is endless. So it should be no surprise then that our approach is very ROI focused. We work with customers to understand priority use cases and identify the improvement opportunities based on key metrics. For instance, improving on-time and full performance by 5 to 15%, demand forecast accuracy by 10 to 40%, reduce safety stock levels by 5 to 20%, increase production throughput by 10 to 20%, reduce procurement spend by 3 to 5%, reduce maintenance costs, logistics costs, and field service costs in order to justify the investment in time and technology. This is how one use case is able to fund the next use case along your analytics journey. Now, demand planning is a great place to start for companies in hard goods industries, from manufacturing to distribution and retail. Human judgment alone cannot cope with volatility, uncertainty, and risk. Human judgment not only struggles with variability, but is also subject to bias. And there are many forms of bias. For example, anchoring bias is the tendency to make judgments by reference to a benchmark, which may or may not be relevant. We see this when a forecast is constructed by reference to a target or a previous forecast, resulting in underestimating variation or the level of randomness, or what is called noise. Confirmation bias is the tendency to seek evidence which confirms existing beliefs and ignores that evidence which doesn't. We see this when we remember the time that we correctly spotted bias in the forecast created by other people, but when we fail to recognize that in ourselves. This often justifies adjusting other people's forecasts. These are just some examples, but there are 15 well-documented biases that can impact forecasts. So when a machine-generated forecast is created, we then reduce bias significantly. Now, a few of you may be using traditional statistical forecast methods with your forecasts. These are largely based on historical transactions. They may be adequate at handling fast-moving items, but don't work well in complex, volatile demand patterns. Demand is impacted by external drivers such as local weather forecast data, foot traffic data, local demographics, consumer taste, and social media. Just to name a few, our solution uses data science to combine external and internal data. It avoids overfitting the data by minimizing or pruning out factors that have little to no demand impact. The solution can apply data science not only at the product, store, or channel level, but also at different levels of aggregation and with flexible groupings. The value opportunity is significant. imagine the reductions in working capital requirements if a company can improve forecast accuracy by 10 to 40% and increase inventory turns by 10 to 20%. Now, for those of you that support omni-channel sales and fulfillment processes, the demand forecasting challenge is even greater. You need to forecast demand from multiple sources. An e-commerce site generates one demand signal. The bricks and mortar stores and or distributors generate other demand signals. You need to optimize fulfillment to meet this demand from one or more of your warehouses at the lowest cost, while still maintaining competitive order lead times and on-time and full performance. This impacts tactical operational plans, inventory allocation, replenishment policies, space and labor capacity, logistics, reverse logistics, and order management synchronization. This is very difficult to do with manual spreadsheet processes. Advanced analytics can help. Here is one way to think of the role of advanced analytics in the context of demand planning. Historical demand needs to be disaggregated into various components. For instance, strategic decisions such as the impact of new products, tactical decisions such as marketing promotions, external factors such as weather, to arrive at a pure demand signal. Advanced analytic algorithms then project that pure demand signal into the future. We then add back the impact of strategic decisions, tactical decisions, external factors to arrive at the final demand plan. This illustrates how human judgment complements advanced analytic algorithms to create more reliable forecasts. We talked earlier about procurement analytics. If your buyers are unable to use commodity price patterns in making effective procurement decisions, if decisions are made largely on intuition, then UBIX can help. Our solution analyzes commodity data, procurement data, buying patterns, financial data. We enable predictive models to forecast the impact of various parameters such as commodity prices, weather forecasts, price of substitutes, raw material prices, to attain advantages in sourcing and procurement. The net result is up to a 30% improvement in margins. In summary, we're confident that the strategic application of advanced analytics and data science can help you as an SAP B1 and ByDesign customer gain greater speed, greater agility, greater foresight in these turbulent times. Reach out to Miles Mahoney, our UBIX Chief Revenue Officer, to schedule a discovery call. Miles will help you understand the value opportunity of applying advanced analytics from the front office to the back office, from customer analytics to financial analytics, demand forecasting, inventory allocation, replenishment, procurement, and more. We will then prioritize the high-value use cases, scope out the work, and kick off a project. In closing, the opportunities are endless and the ROI is significant. So act now.